back at it again.
Niggas is back and better than ever this week. Last week is not happening again. Niggas is reinvigorated. Let's let the intro play out. I keep losing count of the episodes, but it'll be in the title. Fuck it. Anyway, we back and better than ever, and that's bad news for Daniel Caesar. Is his name Daniel or Brian? I keep forgetting this nigga's fucking name.
Daniel.
His name is Daniel. Well, how about we call him fuck nigga of the week? How about that?
We gotta do it the way we gotta bring something back, man. We gotta bring something back from early back in the day. Man, and this is how we kick this kind of shit off. When somebody is on some bullshit, how do it go? It go, man, Daniel Caesar. Man, what's up with this nigga? Somebody get him, please.
Man, what's up with this nigga, man? This nigga Daniel Caesar out here acting like. Well, what's the good word I can use for this nigga? He cooning it up, if I would say.
This nigga ain't cooning it up.
This shit is beyond cooning, man. Just throw the whole nigga away. Throw the whole nigga away.
This nigga. Let's, for people who don't know, let's get into his comments. Now, I'm going to paraphrase this shit because I ain't going back to listen to get direct quotes. Mm-hmm. But his comment, it was some person named Yes Jules. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yes, Jules, a rapper or some bullshit. She white. She came out with a little freestyle. She was dissing. And hold on, we all fucked up. We got a guest on the show today. She's back for the second time. Princess of Wakanda.
Yes.
Anyway.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah. So this guy, he came out in defense of her because her last little freestyle or verse or whatever she dropped had some apparent disses to black people. And
no, black women.
Black women. Let's make it more specific then.
This is not her first time neither.
I think it was like,
wrap that up.
If I read it right, I think it might have been like the fucking third or fourth one. So his fucking comments, to paraphrase, because you got to use fancy words like that so niggas don't sue you. To paraphrase, what did he say? He said, why are we being so mean to white people? We got to get with the winning team strategy and build a winning strategy off of that. Like we supposed to go around patting white people on the fucking back every time they feelings get hurt. That's what it sounded like he was saying to me. Princess, what you got to say about that? You read me?
No, I'm not reading. I'm taking a quick breath. So I don't go all the way in quite yet.
Okay. You want to build up.
Point number one. This heifer, this Becky, has the audacity to come into hip-hop and degrade black women. Honey, you need to pay respect first before you sit up here and come in to where we belong. Mm-hmm. And then try to say that, oh, we're jealous of you. Honey, everything you do is our shit.
Look, let's be for real. I don't know how jealous anybody is of her, but I ain't never heard her motherfucking name until this nappy-headed, blind, naps-ass motherfucker got up there talking about her. I didn't know who the fuck she was.
Exactly. That is my point. Now, but unfortunately,
motherfuckers didn't connect.
these dudes have sat up here and gassed little ugly Bobby up here to think that she has the right to come and tell me how I'm supposed to feel and how I should be uplifting her. Absolutely not, bitch. What I'm going to do is drag you all the way through the pits of hell like you damn deserve. Because I'll be damned. You sit up here and go after my sisters after you sit up here doing the same shit we was doing back in the 90s. Bitch, kill yourself.
Like the way the way that this shit usually goes is when, like I said, I'm not against white people. I don't want to come out and sound like I am, but when they usually infiltrate a fucking genre of music that we created, such as jazz, such as rock and roll, they tend to infiltrate it with a sense of entitlement. Like, all right, niggas, y'all fucking made it, but we are the only way it's gonna go to the next level. But the thing about it is, rap didn't need them. The rap and hip hop didn't need them to go to the next level. People like motherfucking Run DMC took it to the next level. You had some blips on the map, like Vanilla Ice or whatever. He had his little time in the sun. Oh shit, we have suffered a disconnection. But let me keep on talking. You had Vanilla Ice. He had his little time in the sun or whatever. You had Eminem, okay, he one of the biggest rappers ever. You had the Beastie Boys or whatever. But for the most part, shit like Run DMC, Tupac, Wu-Tang, Jay-Z, Biggie, that's the type of people who blew rap up and hip-hop up to what it is now. Even if you go back to other people from the 80s, like Boogie Down Productions, they were selling platinum records back when niggas weren't selling platinum records in hip-hop.
And if we really, I wanted to get into this Yes Jules freestyle for a little bit.
Okay, it's all tied together, so we can get into all of it.
So I went up there and I was listening to the freestyle, right? First of all, she's reading it off her phone, so can you really call it a freestyle? Second of all, the shit is fucking garbage.
That's all right in hip-hop now, though. Drake made that all right. Continue.
The shit is garbage, first of all. And then you got, it's a black show that she's on. Like, it's I'm assuming the host is black because the guy who was recording it on his Instagram live, he was black. But you got nobody up there that's like stopping this bitch. Like, tell her to shut up. Like,
what did she say?
She said something along the lines of like, not because my skin is black. Like, she kept rhyming the word bloated.
Man, go pull it up. Pull it up and read it.
What the freestyle?
There we go. Our guest is calling back in.
You got your limit? Yo, pass me my limit.
All right.
Let me.
We do this shit on the fly. Can you hear me? Okay, I got you. Hold on, let's get you back on the Beats pill. Shout out to Beats. Send us some money.
Yo.
Hello?
All right, we back in there.
Okay.
All right. So where we left off at, we pulling up the Yes Jules freestyle. My co-host is gonna quote some of it right now.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Go ahead, bruh.
I'm gonna just get to the part where she was talking about black. Because my ass is fat and my skin ain't black, I'm the vulture that you're hunting. Yet they never do nothing. They never give back. They keep killing blacks. That was like the end of it. Well, I'll read the whole joke because it's not long. Don't let me start snapping. I might on your neck. Should have never let me in. Miami like Khaled. All I do is win. Crept through the industry cutting. My feelings are hurt and these artists are starving. They keep a cig loaded. They walking around gloating. Their children are loaded. Small royalties afford the chain floated. Never wanted a range or needed nice things. Just wanted to see all my mains growing. Never been the one for fame. Just keep my head down and stay never not working. Because my ass is fat and my skin ain't black, I'm the vulture you're hunting. Yet they never do nothing. They never give back. They keep killing blacks. For one, it didn't rhyme.
Nigga, number one, you are a vulture. Anybody is a vulture who, if you come into a culture that you didn't create, and you start feeding off of it, you're a fucking vulture. You're a vulture. And being a culture vulture don't always have to be bad. As long as you pay respect, because then when you pay respect, we don't call you a culture vulture, we call you a guest. Yeah. See, it's all about perception. But don't be going.
Also, I think we need to start as a community, we need to start keeping these people accountable. If you want to be a part of this culture, then you want to have to pay some dues to the community, not just out here, shouting out some names or whatever. No, you're gonna have to get in on this for real, because this isn't just the the issue of clout. This is the issue of how a lot of black wealth is obtained. Let's just go ahead and keep it funky.
Let's look at Eminem, for example, right? Eminem came from nothing. He was out there in the clubs, on the fucking battle circuit, standing face to face with the best black rappers in his city, destroying them, right? Earned his way in, and then when he got his way in, he brought one of the biggest fucking black rappers ever to rap right behind him. Let's not forget, Eminem only released his first album in 1999. 3 years later, he had fucking 50 Cent coming out.
Yep.
3 years later, Wankster came out in 2002, and then Get Rich or Die Trying came out the next fucking year in 2003.
Yeah, also, you gotta remember, D12 was a part of that too.
That too, but I'm talking about...
And then also, 50 then started his own label too after that. Shortly after that.
Let's take it even further back. Let's look at the Beastie Boys. Did the Beastie Boys wasn't one of the building blocks of the biggest hip hop label ever? They was one of the building blocks of Def Jam. So
yes, they were.
When you come into the fucking culture and you treat it with respect, then you'll get respect back. But these new motherfuckers like her and like Iggy Azalea bust up in this bitch thinking that they can just fucking look the part and have a big ass, and they support Iggy Azalea even went to.
Don't forget, now they was fucking their way through because she already done told that part too.
I ain't hear that part, allegedly. Anyway, Iggy Azalea came in here with the fake fucking accent, trying to sound like she was a black girl from fucking Georgia or something.
God, and then to find out she's from Australia.
How the fuck you go from sounding like motherfucking Trina to Steve Irwin all in the same fucking conversation? Sound like you about to hunt crocodiles and you about to suck a few dicks all in the same conversation. The fuck?
That nigga said sound like you about to go hunt a few crocodiles and suck a few dicks in the same.
I'm just saying, man. Out here you can't do that kind of shit, man. You can't do that kind of shit. What if what if the fuck I was trying to get a job like on Doctor Who or something, right?
Yeah.
And I walked up in the fucking station talking about, "Good day, Mike. My black ass is from North Carolina. I ain't from over there." I walked up in there pretending to be British so I could get on one of the British people's biggest fucking platforms, which is Doctor Who. That's what these people are doing. They just trying to walk in here and look the part of what they think a hip hop artist should do or be.
Yeah.
Some of these bitches even go as far as calling people niggas, like V Nasty and them from over there.
Let's not forget V Nasty. But I still think we're getting away from the fact that this lint bald-headed nigga Daniel Caesar is like some fucking some black white fanboy. Like
what he is, right? What from me watching the video, when I watched it twice, I watched the whole. I didn't watch the Instagram snippet. I watched the 5-minute version of all the shit he said. He was like, "Why shouldn't we be able to take a joke? People should be able to say what the fuck they want to say, and people can say what the fuck they want to say. You can also be prepared for the repercussions. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what you gonna do.
You can also be prepared to get the backlash. So
also facts.
When Daniel Caesar came out, it's like he threw himself on the fucking sword for this shit.
Yeah.
What's the motivation behind that?
Isn't that the problem though? Isn't that the main problem? How are you out here trying to defend this white woman that don't give two fucks about you, honestly? And truth be told, we got a whole bunch of black men that's not home being fathers because of white women like her. But you all of a sudden just, you won't even cape for the woman that birthed you. That's a black woman. While she out here demeaning the shit out of all of us and calling us all kind of shit out of our names. But we supposed to be okay with it and let her have her opinion. Okay, bro.
I mean, she can have the opinion.
No.
I ain't against her having the opinion. But when don't have the opinion, but then every motherfucker ain't gonna handle your opinion on some Bill of Rights, freedom of speech shit. Some people gonna handle your opinion by going and tell you to jump off take a long walk off a short cliff. That's what some people is gonna handle your opinion like. So if they handle your opinion like that, don't be crying about it. Because this is what it is, right? It's hypocritical when somebody say something they know is gonna be controversial, and then they come out and cry when the backlash come, because you wasn't crying. You don't want to be censored. You don't want motherfuckers to be mad at what you say, but you want to be mad at what they say about what you say.
Yep.
But I haven't, to be fair to Yes Jules, I'm speaking in general terms right now. To be fair to her, I haven't seen nothing that she has said about the backlash. I seen this motherfucker Daniel Caesar come out and defend her, and now we need to get into the meat and potatoes of this discussion, which is him.
Right on.
All right. So, Daniel Caesar, what do you think about people on a whole, black people who have the mentality that he put out, that we just need to follow the white blueprint so we can get ahead? Oh shit, did the phone fail again? No, it's still there. What do you think about it, cuz?
Bruh, I think, but the crazy part about this is you got a lot of people that do this. Like, they try to follow, they think that they need to be in touch with white people to get ahead, you know? Mm-hmm. So
I think honestly, you need to be able to coexist, and you need to be able to, what's the word that I'm looking for? You need to be able to have synergy with all people to get ahead. But when you talking about synergy, you talking about playing on equal footing. You ain't talking about one group of people being the leaders and everybody else being the fucking follower. But continue.
Honestly, and I feel like we had this same conversation about how Kanye was acting when he was out here on that Donald Trump shit. Mm-hmm. I feel like this Daniel Caesar nigga is really on some shit where he's like, I need to have all the white people on my side if I'm gonna keep making music and I'm gonna keep making money off this shit. That's just how. But see, Kanye's a different story. Kanye's just crazy.
With Kanye, man, what happened with Kanye is Kanye had shit to promote. I'm never gonna let it go. I will always think that Kanye was doing all of that shit just for publicity. Because as soon as Donald Trump tossed him away, all of his so-called fucking beliefs changed.
Yeah.
My nigga. This is something that Daniel Caesar just jumped out the window and did, as far as I know. Mm-hmm. Kanye started all this bullshit after he had a meeting with he had that initial meeting with President Trump, and he saw how much fucking uproar that caused in the media, and a lot of artists and people who want publicity take the "there's no such thing as bad publicity" statement to heart. And I just think Kanye West is one of those people who believe as long as he being talked about, he don't give a fuck what you're saying. Yeah. Like, so what did he do? He came out until Donald Trump threw him away. Every time somebody had something bad about the bullshit, something bad to say about the bullshit he was pulling on that Donald Trump thing, he came out and fought back against that shit. Until Donald Trump said, I don't need you no more, nigga, fuck you. That's what it was. But with Daniel Caesar, it seemed like he was just ready to jump on the sword. He probably know a majority of his fans are white.
Hell yeah.
So fucking what? A majority of before streaming became popular, a majority of all music purchasers were white. Nigga.
Yeah.
The fucking that didn't stop them from buying NWA records, my nigga. They didn't stop them from buying records that said "fuck the police."
Nope.
That didn't stop them from buying records that when Ice Cube, what was he saying? He wanted to kill Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
That didn't stop them from buying that shit.
But he's saying, why are we being so mean to white people right now?
Bruh.
Why is it that we are allowed to be disrespectful and rude to everybody else?
Nigga, nothing that we could ever do to these people could amount to what they've done in the past.
Yep. Say it again, because I don't think I heard you in the back.
Like, it ain't no way we could uprise and fucking enslave every white person that's out here.
Honestly, with this Daniel Caesar nigga, it's on some shit where I feel like it's so many, like, he just needs to be educated on this shit. Like, you can't just go up there and say some off the wall shit like this being, like, I don't care if most of your fans is white. You can't go up there saying no off the wall shit like this and just think, oh, nothing's gonna happen from it, right? Because I feel like even if because they saying he was drunk when he said it.
I don't give a
But
fuck. The drunk tongue
I'm saying,
speaks
like,
to
you
sober
really
mind.
can't get up there and just say no shit like this.
The thing about him and this, he need to be educated shit.
Because there's a bunch of people saying he doesn't need to be canceled, but he needs to be educated.
You gotta be educated enough to know that when you say something on social media, you gonna have the people that's just looking to use it to destroy your ass. So that's what you gotta be educated to know. He a fucking artist from the new age. He came up through social media. He ain't fucking stupid. He ain't stupid. He just went out there. He jumped out the window and said some dumb shit.
Yeah.
No matter what his motive was. Whether it was publicity. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whether he was trying to have some publicity from it, or whether he was trying to, whether he believed what he was saying, which he says he did. You kind of muffled though.
Uh-huh.
All right, so
You hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. We can hear you now. All right, but excuse me, shit. We need a cough button in this motherfucker.
For real.
That when it comes down to it at the end of the day, I don't think that we need to throw white people a pity party, and I honestly don't think white people need to throw us a pity party. Shit, my nigga.
No, they just know they need to run them checks and shut up. That's what they need to do. And stop talking about stuff they ain't got no business talking about. And stop blowing up stuff because somebody said they were ugly. It's that simple.
So, with my point of view with it is this. Shit, if we gonna really have all the equality and shit people talking about and move past as much as we can move past all the things that all the transgressions that white people pulled in the past that the ancestors of these people pulled. If we really gonna have that happen, right? We gotta go about it like this. We gotta finally come and stand on the same solid ground. I'm not one of those motherfuckers who think that white people owe me shit. You only owe me the same equal chance that you would give anybody else. That's all I think. I'm not one of them motherfuckers out here thinking that I need some reparations because I'm determined to get my own shit. I ain't determined to get what some motherfucker is trying to give me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about? So I don't think that we need reparations and all of that bullshit, but I just think we need the equal chance, but we don't need to be sitting out here worried about motherfuckers' feelings because they ain't worried about ours.
Also true.
All right.
But I don't agree with you with the we don't need our checks because we do.
Shit, man, I can get my own check Like, they can keep they fucking checks.
And I also feel like this Yes Jules woman needs to be canceled because she did wear a shirt to a festival that said niggas lie a lot.
Yep.
She wore the shirt that said niggas lie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I blame the social media Twitter niggas for making her feel comfortable with this shit. I blame these bitch ass fans that's out here gassing this shit, making her feel like, oh, I can do this.
Right, it's like that, and the thing about it is, I've been thinking about this a lot because I play like fucking video games, right? And the video game community, right, have been in an uproar because black people was in Battlefield 1 and a woman is on the cover of Battlefield 5. Mm-hmm. Most of these motherfuckers who've been in an uproar about this shit are white dudes.
Yeah.
White people do something that I like to call manufactured oppression. They look for any little shit that they ain't included in, right? And they want to feel like they being fucking oppressed. My nigga, just because you ain't in something don't make it not viable, right? So just because motherfucking you, Yes Jules, are being looked at as a culture vulture doesn't make it untrue. Bitch, you ain't being oppressed. Shit, you lucky to even just be in the position you are in now. There's a lot of motherfuckers with more talent than you didn't get where you are and never gonna get where you are. You feel me?
That's exactly what she is, though. And everybody needs to be held to the fire for that. Everybody who made her feel comfortable enough to say some foolishness like that. Like, why would you even test something like that? Who gets up and say, oh, hey, can I wear this?
She's a type of person that
That's crazy.
she's the type of person that abuses the freedom of speech shit.
Who, the Yes Jules?
Yeah.
Well, she abused everything, one. I mean, but that's the issue, though. Every time you let these people in to our culture, they come in here and do what? Abuse it, steal it, repackage it,
Well, some of them
and
do.
then call it some other shit.
Some
Other than what it is.
Some of them do, not all.
Yeah, I know, but it happens too often.
It happens. And the shit, Daniel Caesar, my nigga, the way I'm looking at it is like, if we gonna look at it from my perspective, I'll look at it as I'm talking directly to him. I'm looking at it as shit. The way I look at it, we should just start infiltrating their culture and taking it the fuck over.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. They don't have no culture. That's the issue. Because if they did, they'd leave ours alone. All
Shit, man.
they do is ours. Rock and roll, ours.
We should start infiltrating their culture like motherfucker should push for Idris Elba to be the next James Bond. Shit like that is what I'm talking about.
But see, you gotta think, even if we were to start trying to like forward Idris Elba being the next James Bond, do you really think these white people is gonna let us fucking really get that rolling? Or because I think they gonna shut that shit down before we even get excited about it.
Well, they already shut down him being the next James Bond. They said that he was too street. Idris Elba is a fucking Englishman.
For real,
he was
like
too street. That shit just meant, nigga, your skin is too black. And by when we say your skin is too black, we mean the fact that it has any black on it at all means it's too. That's what they said to Idris Elba. Like,
too street.
Man, I don't really have much else to say about Daniel Caesar.
Honestly, it's no real way that I can stand here and try to like find an excuse why we should let him slide for saying this, because that's honestly, I was trying to find a reason not to just completely bash him on what he said, but it's not, because you can say as much as you want he's been around white people so much like that he really, that's what he thinks, but then again you got to look at it like he has black family too.
This boy came out of a black mama. He's still up here trying to fall on his sword to protect this girl. Hell no.
You want me to tell you my honest opinion about what? I don't think Daniel Caesar is trying to protect her as much as he's just trying to protect his fucking. I think he jumped out the window just trying to further his career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you think he furthered it on the same concept of no publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is how you get publicity these days is that you find what's popping on social media and you make a controversial opinion about it.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm trying to tell you. The shit worked. Look, you got me talking about him. I never heard of this nigga until this shit happened. When I saw this shit on Twitter, I thought it was just a random ass nappy-headed dude talking.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Also true.
Why does anybody care what he has to say? It's just a random dude. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, this is a singer. Nigga, you a Canadian ass nigga at that. Shut the fuck up. Nigga, like, but let's let you get the last word on this, Princess.
Well, like I said, that boy need help, and honestly, he does need to talk to somebody, because honestly, this is exactly how white supremacy has basically permeated through society to the point where everybody caping for this white girl who ain't got no business being caped for, honestly. And it's mostly by other trash-ass black dudes. Even though they got a black mama and a black granny that took care of them their whole lives, for some reason they got to be all up on this girl. Why? Because they was taught to love that, along with, they white Jesus and all of that, but that's a whole nother conversation. But that's what happens. And that's why she feels so comfortable to go on a black network television radio show and talk shit about black women. That's why she feels so comfortable, because it's always that Daniel Caesar out here who done let the bleach perm all his brain cells out, apparently.
The nigga got the new age. Nigga got the nappy Cisco.
The nappy Cisco.
Exactly.
But yeah, man.
But that's what happened. Because see, if my brother was to say some foolishness like that, my mom will probably beat his grown 30-year-old behind. And she wouldn't care. But then again, I don't think my brother that dumb. But for the sake of argument, I'm like, where's all the black women in your life? Where your auntie and your cousins and stuff at? Where they at? They okay with you doing this? I mean, how is he rationalizing this? That's my issue.
He didn't really explain it, but when it comes to...
He said he was drunk, so,
That was it. That was his rationale. But we're going to bring that to a close. We done talking about this fucko for the day. It was... It was good having you on again. We're going to pause it. We got to take a little break. All right? We look forward to the next time we have you on.
Of course. And I love you bunches.
All right.
Mwah.
Have a
Mwah.
good day. All right. We back. But to y'all, this is going to sound like we never left. Nigga. The next thing we going to... I told you. I told you was going to get killed. Anyway, we back on this motherfucker. We back on our bullshit. And we back on niggas that's back on they bullshit. Kodak Black. This motherfucker said what now?
Let me find the lyrics, bro, because I don't.
There ain't no lyrics. This was an Instagram live post.
No, he made a song.
He made a song
He
about
made
it.
a song.
Just don't play it.
Yeah, just don't play it.
We got another special guest, Reek the Villain.
I be pulling out straps on you fuck niggas. I go Young and May on these dumb bitches. Like a dyke, you niggas can't fuck with me. If a nigga say it's up, then he stuck with me. Let me. I want to get to the part. You read it off, bro, because I want to hear it when the nigga say.
This nigga Kodak said. He said, "I'm fucking Young M.A. long as she got a coochie." Like, nigga, what?
He said his words. I'm fucking Young M.A. as long as she got a coochie.
I mean, that's his business.
That's his business in all respects, but.
Man, I got look. Let me just take, bruh. When Young M.A. first came out, before she blew up, and I saw her dressed as a girl and not on the fucking more stud type shit. Man, Young M.A. looked good. I can't fucking front.
She not bad looking, bro. She wasn't.
Now, bro. When she's fully, bro.
She fully
Young M.A. is manlier than me.
Yeah.
At this point. Let's
She
be
got
honest
more.
here.
She got more balls than you, bro.
Yeah, she got more than me.
Young M.A. ain't interested in no niggas. Like that's what it is. And Young M.A. is interested fully. Let's set these microphones up kind of like this. And Young M.A. is interested fully and go fully in what she been portraying since she came the fuck out. Right?
And on his Instagram live, he was like, "Young May is my little baby," or some shit like that.
And she, bruh, and you got a lot of people out here talking about this is sexual harassment and he shouldn't be doing that, and this is nothing like similar to a man saying this shit. A man saying it it's still a man saying it to a woman. That's what people are saying, but I'm like, bruh. I feel like this is just Kodak Black just trying to stir up some media and get some publicity.
Fuck all that. He can fuck who he wants to fuck. My bigger issue with him is saying that he should be looked at like Nas, Biggie, and Tupac. Nigga, now that took you some all type of fucking drugs. Did you go into your drug stash, mix all that shit together, and smoke it all at once? My nigga. Did you put the drugs in your ass and it made your brain flip upside down? Now you talking straight out your anus, my nigga. You should never, ever, nigga. Them niggas at they worst is better than you'll ever fucking be. Nigga, that shitty ass album Nas put out with Kanye last year is better than everything you done ever made, homie. Shut the fuck up with the nonsense, my nigga. First of all, you need to be able to close your mouth when you talk. Nigga, you don't need to be mouth breathing. If you gonna be talking, the nigga's got his mouth wide open. He had to look at me like, pa. Nigga, he didn't put that nigga breathed his fucking C sound out. Nigga, he didn't even fucking clap his fucking tongue and the roof of his mouth together to make that shit. Nigga, you got some good music. I can't take that away from you, but you talking about motherfuckers who shaped the culture, nigga. You just in.
And then he said Tupac and Biggie, they were there. He said them niggas was only legends because they died.
Yeah, he tweaking though.
Yeah, man. Look, fuck what you heard, bro.
That nigga Michael Rappaport, he said you're not even.
Let me go back. Kodak said that they only became legends because they died. I don't agree. But I think they only became as popular as they are because of when they died. I think the legendary status got cemented faster because they died when they were at their most popular. Look at this. All Eyes on Me came out. Tupac's biggest fucking album. Yeah. Not his best, but his biggest. And he got killed right after that. And then his next biggest album, that he had a hand in putting together. Cause Are You Still no the Greatest Hits album is technically his next biggest album, but that's a compilation. I'm talking about a studio album. His next biggest album is Machiavelli, and that came out right after he died. Right? They was already getting legendary status. They were already getting legendary status, but the legendary status was cemented the instant that they got killed because of the circumstances surrounding their deaths, because of the whole East Coast and West Coast thing, and because they was making the best fucking music of their careers by consensus. I think that All Eyes on Me and Ready to Die are their best albums. I mean, not All Eyes on Me, but Me Against the World and Ready to Die are the best two albums. But most people think that All Eyes on Me and Life After Death are their best two albums. And each of those fucking albums have sold 10 million copies apiece to prove it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't agree with Kodak Black, but I think that the legendary status for Biggie and Tupac became instant because they died when they were at the top of the rap industry. That's what I think. I just think it was a fact. They would have become legends, and I think that Biggie and Tupac would have been like a Nas and Jay-Z type niggas who 40 and 50 years old and still be able to make albums that resonate with people. I think that no matter their age, when they drop an album, the niggas was so talented that they would have been able to fucking make albums that people would have flocked to. That's why Kodak Black got to knock off the bullshit with what he's talking about. Because you don't just get to put your name in that type of fucking category, nigga. Your name got to be put there by us, not by you.
And I even had an argument with one of my homeboys, and the argument was that Kodak Black was better than J. Cole. I wouldn't even go as taking it that far to saying he's better than J. Cole.
Kodak Black ain't even in the same category as J. Cole. Again, I ain't trying to take away from Kodak Black's musical capabilities. I ain't gonna go as far as Michael Rappaport said and say he was garbage and no talent. Kodak Black is talented musically. But nigga, we ain't talking about talented when we talking about Nas, Biggie, and Tupac. Nigga, we talking about motherfuckers who they did things, and on Nas's behalf, even though I didn't like his last album, continue to do things that you just don't see on an everyday basis from people trying to fucking come out in their career. Nigga, let's put it this way, right? Nas, an 18-year-old NBA player, 18-year-old LeBron, right?
Yeah.
What was better, 18-year-old LeBron on the Cavaliers or like 25-year-old LeBron on Miami?
25-year-old LeBron on Miami.
Right. I'm going somewhere with this. LeBron was at his best when he was like 25, 26. D-Wade was at his best when he was like 25, 26. Jordan was at his best when he was damn near reaching his fucking 30s.
Yeah.
He was winning them 6 championships in his fucking 20s and 30s, in his mid 20s to early 30s, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Nas came out with Illmatic when he was like 17. Bro, this nigga entered the fucking game and smashed it over the head on his first try.
Yeah.
His fucking first verse he ever spit was Live at the Barbecue by Main Source. Have you heard that song?
Yes.
You heard it because it's on Grand Theft Auto 4. Streets Disciple, my rap's a trifle. I salute slugs at your brain just like a rifle. Stampede the stage, I leave the microphone split. Pay Mr. Tuffy while I'm on some pretty tone shit. Verbal assassin, my architect pleases. When I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus. This nigga was like 16 fucking years old when he wrote that.
Hell no.
When he wrote that shit, he was like 16, bruh.
I guess I went to hell for snuffing Jesus.
This nigga
When I
came.
was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus.
This dude came into the rap industry, Nas, and fucking made something that changed it. Tupac came into the rap industry with Brenda's Got a Baby, nigga. Mm-hmm. He came into the rap industry making shit that was changing the landscape off gates. Biggie came into the fucking rap industry, my nigga, and damn near perfected, along him and Raekwon perfected the fucking rap style that Cool G rap invented the mafia rap. Because him and Raekwon made that shit. Him and Raekwon paved the way for Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Nigga, put it that way. Kool G Rap invented it, but Biggie and Raekwon perfected that shit with Ready to Die and Cuban Links. My nigga, that boss rap. The type of same rap that niggas like Rick Ross is out here fucking up. You understand me?
I wouldn't go as far as saying Rick Ross is fucking up the boss rap, because I actually like Rick Ross.
Fuck that
I like
bullshit.
Rick Ross. I like the fucking music he makes.
He ain't made shit lately though.
Yeah.
He has made shit. Every time that he get in the booth, he makes shit. Except for Blow. Then that shit is hard. Like, and I like his Teflon Don album. But you know, we going all off topic. Kodak Black, knock off the bullshit. Let's get to American
Not to mention,
Vandal.
even Sticky Fingers he dropped the diss track against Kodak Black.
Because Kodak Black said he beat up Sticky Fingers. I think Kodak Black just be talking, bro. I don't think Kodak Black could pick Sticky Fingers out of a fucking lineup, bro. I don't think Kodak Black know who the fuck Sticky Fingers is, because he said he couldn't even fucking recite a Biggie or Pac song back when he was first coming out. So how the fuck would he know Onyx, bro? When Onyx, like, let's be for real about Onyx, nigga. As great as they were, they really only got one joint. They only got Back the Fuck Up.
Yeah.
The rest of the albums after that weren't good, my nigga. And then like you got my man's, he got famous because he was on Moesha. The other nigga, Fredo Starr, he was on Moesha. That's where and Sticky Fingers acted and shit too. He was in Friday. So if he was in Next Friday playing Debo Little Brother, so that if Kodak Black know him from anything, it's from that.
What's up with that nigga Kodak and Lil Wayne? Have y'all heard about that shit?
The shit where he was talking about Lil Wayne should have died and shit.
Yeah. And he was coming at raging.
Yeah.
Told that bitch to shut up.
Yeah.
He was like, I ain't no peon.
Bro, I think Kodak Black is one of them rappers that's following what I like to call the 50 Cent blueprint.
Oh, like just coming at everybody.
Come at everybody and anybody at all times to see who bite back.
50 Cent is hell, bro.
But see, I feel like 50 Cent is better at this because he can back this shit up. Like 50 Cent, just like for instance when he fucking bought like the first 2,000 seats in the venue for the Ja Rule concert. Like, who else you see doing shit like that?
I think
Bought
50
the whole like front 3 rows, I believe.
Bro, I ain't gonna front on you. I think on 50 Cent could only back that shit up against Ja Rule, bro. Everybody else who he came out against his shit was kind of trash. He was clapping Ja Rule with shit like Wankster, shit like I Smell Pussy, and shit. But even though the I Smell Pussy shit wasn't even really a diss, it was only the hook. I smell pussy. Is that you, Ja? That was only really the hook. Oh, you got melted, cuz.
Niggas was right there deep.
Melted. Anyway, back to what we seen. The I Smell Pussy thing, and he did that, but like, is you really gonna tell me Piggy Bank is good?
I like Piggy. I can't. No, I even run this back to you from when I used to play 50 Cent the video game shit, bro. When he used to have the what am I about? The movies, nigga. The fucking music videos and the songs you could go in there and listen to. My first shit I used to go right when I played. Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money
shit
goes
trash.
Piggy bank.
That shit.
That beat that. Oh,
Nigga, that shit garbage. I don't know what you talking about. Piggy Bank is one of the worst diss songs I ever heard in my fucking life, bro.
That shit is fire. Or it's maybe because I like the singing shit.
That nigga said Khalees said a milk shake. Bring
all
out
the boys to the bring all the boys to the yards. The Nas went and tattooed the bitch on his arm.
That shit garbage. What kind of diss? That shit is trash. Nigga, Nas didn't even dignify that bullshit with a response.
I mean, but you gotta think about it. That's Nas, bro. That nigga made fucking ether.
Bro, like, but what I'm saying, like, if this,
you don't have to see. This is how I look at it. When you a rapper and shit, right? And you solidified as like one of the greatest rappers, and you make a diss track that's good as Ether. You don't have to respond to certain people.
Bro, 50 Cent was the biggest fucking rapper in the game at the time. He was bigger than everybody. Get Rich or Die Trying just sold 12 million copies.
I mean, but still being that you're Nas, you don't have to respond. Like, I feel so. Let's say this right now. Let's say if who's a big artist right now, like a nice size artist that's pretty popular.
Well, Drake is the biggest right now.
Drake,
like
biggest.
Drake and Kendrick is the biggest too. No, look, Dirk is a dirt speck. That's what he is. We talking about you talking about somebody along the. No, he an upstart.
He just started.
You talking about somebody along the lines of like Juice WRLD?
Juice WRLD. Let's take Juice WRLD. Let's say Juice WRLD put a diss track out right now to a nigga like Drake or Jay-Z. If you're Drake or Jay-Z, you don't have to say shit to that.
But this is the thing, brother.
And Juice WRLD has a following. Juice WRLD has he has the fans.
But you ain't you talking two different things. You talking about Juice WRLD throwing rocks at the throne, nigga. 50 Cent was on the throne throwing rocks down at niggas. Nigga. 50 Cent was the biggest artist. He had motherfucking off the strength of just being called G Unit.
Yeah.
Fucking Young Buck and Lloyd Banks sold millions of copies.
I feel you on that.
Like,
though,
he
I
was
still think not.
You talking about Nas's legendary status fucking exempted him from having to respond.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, if this would have been good enough, like the takeover was, Nas would have came out and shredded that nigga. This wasn't good enough, bro. Nas technically didn't have to fucking respond to Jay-Z. Nas had a string of platinum albums before Jay-Z did, nigga. Jay-Z got his first platinum album, and I think Nas had already had two at that point. Because Jay-Z's first platinum album was Volume 1. It wasn't Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt went platinum like 5 or 6 years later. Mm-hmm. But I think Nas had already had not Me Against the World, but It Was Written. And he put out 2 platinum albums in one fucking year. He put out fucking the one with Hate Me Now on it, with I Am, and Nostradamus both came out in the same year.
And hold on, before we even finish this shit, stop saying Nostradamus is bad.
Nostradamus is fire, man. Stop fucking hating.
Nigga, what? Nigga, anyway. I listened to that shit. I was like, hold on.
So at the time,
to Escobar, now he is Nostradamus. Nigga, what?
At the time that fucking the takeover, at the time that Nas and Jay-Z really started getting into it, Nas was bigger than Jay-Z. Jay-Z became bigger than Nas after Hard Knock Life came out.
Yeah.
So, but they started getting into it fucking around that time. They had been getting into it allegedly over some woman. I don't know how true that shit is. But them niggas came out and both, if fucking 50 Cent shit was anywhere near the quality of Takeover, the Piggy Bank, he put a weak ass shit about Nas getting a tattoo in Piggy Bank. Mm-hmm. Who gives a fuck? Not nobody on Nas's stature. Fucking Jay-Z came out and attacked that nigga's whole career. Said that nigga fucking, you been in it 10, I've been in it 5. Smarten up, Nas. 4 albums in 10 years, nigga. I can divide. That's one less every say 2. 2 of them shits was due. One of them shits was the other was Illmatic. That's a 1 hot album every 10-year average. He came out and fucking just smoked that nigga. He didn't have no choice but to come out with Ether, because if not, he would have been fucking finished.
But I still like Piggy Bank.
Well, Piggy Bank is trash, my nigga. I think that shit is nostalgia, nigga. The first thing you brought up was the fucking damn video game.
It's because of the video game. I ain't even gonna count, boy. Got a lot of fucks with that shit.
All right, man. Like we done got all off topic talking about Kodak Black, but that's just what we do.
Kodak Black.
Knock off
Quit
the
being
bullshit.
a fucking weirdo. First
Knock
of
it
all.
off, my nigga. I mean, if you want to fuck Young M.A, that's your business. But keep the fucking rap legends. Stop. Don't compare yourself to them, nigga. All you do is invite criticism to yourself. Not that you care. Anyway, let's get to the motherfucking American Vandal. We got requested to talk about American Vandal, so I gave it a chance. American Vandal Season 2. A mockumentary series, and I like mockumentaries because I like documentaries. So when somebody can make a good mockumentary, something like the movie Fear of a Black Hat, if niggas ain't never heard of it, look it up. Or what's the other joint? What's the mockumentary, the rock and roll version? It's like what's it called, bruh? What's the Filibuster? I gotta look it up.
Honestly, when we was talking about the Jay-Z shit, I wanted to talk about this. Can you explain this verse to me? I don't even hate on niggas who hate me. I got Pac on.
Yeah.
Did Jay-Z put Pac on?
No.
Like,
I
I always had that question.
No.
And I never
He
been
didn't
able
put
to
Pac on.
figure
Jay-Z
out
won't even
how
out.
the fuck-
Jay-Z was just getting started when All Eyes on Me came out. No, he said, I don't even hate on niggas who hate me. I got Pac on. I mean, at the time, Jay-Z, Tupac was dissing Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was saying, I don't even hate on niggas who don't like me. I'm playing Tupac in the whip.
Oh, I got Pac on.
Yeah, that's
oh,
what he was saying.
okay. All right.
But anyway, Spinal
'Cause
Tap is what the
bruh.
movie is called. And I like mockumentaries. The problem with American Vandal is that, no pun intended, it's shit.
It's shit.
Even
Literally.
the fucking shit was about shit, and it is shit. That movie or that series is fucking awful, and I don't understand why it's popular. That shit is fucking terrible. I
was
struggled
watching
my
that.
way through the first episode.
Bruh, I was doing some homework watching that shit, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Nigga
am
was
I
like,
watching?
the homework is more interesting.
The homework was more fucking interesting. Like, usually anything can get me off doing my fucking homework. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I turned this shit on like, maybe this shit gonna make me stop doing my homework and watch it. Bruh,
That shit was ass.
they covered everything I needed to know in the first episode. Not to mention the shit was fucking trash.
The shit, when you make a mockumentary, my nigga, it needs to be funny. My nigga, one of my favorite shows ever is a mockumentary, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And that shit's hilarious.
Nigga, Curb Your Enthusiasm is a mockumentary. Nigga, they following around Larry David in a fake version of his real life. Right?
Uh-huh.
This shit right here, I mean, I know they got the Netflix check, but shit, Netflix will sign us to a fucking deal if we start videotaping this shit. They'll put anything on Netflix.
Yeah.
Shit,
We might need to try that shit, honestly.
that shit is god motherfucking awful. And I'm sorry, but I just can't even struggle my way through another episode of that shite. So that's all I got to say about whatever the fuck is called American Vandal Season 2. I'm not even going to go back and watch Season 1.
Uh-huh.
Fuck
I'm
that
not
noise.
Either. I'm not watching Season 1. I'm not watching Season 3. I'm not watching Season...
I'm not watching Episode 2 of Season 2. Nigga, shit.
I'm not watching it.
All right, man. So now that we got that garbage out of here, let's get to something that we actually want to talk about, something that we like, and that's the independent artist.
Oh, I forgot we were doing that today.
Let's
My
get
brain has left.
number one. We got a fucking emergency addition to the independent spotlight this week. It happened this morning. An emergency addition. We gotta go with Miss Brandy Leo. She had made a song that I just so happened to run across because she followed us on Twitter. So, and it's her pinned tweet. And it's going to be in the link. All artists will be in the link. But Brandy Leo.
Brittany Leo.
Oh, my God. Somebody kill me now because I'm embarrassed. My nigga, I need to start reading, nigga. I need some phonics and shit, nigga. Reading is fundamental. Not Brandy Leo, my nigga. What the fuck am I thinking? All right.
Penalty box. But Brittany Leo The song is called Adore. And I'm listening to it right now, and the shit is great. This is some shit you turn on when you feeling sexy. Nigga,
I'm about to listen to that.
I feel it. I like it. And I will be if she has an album or any of that, I'll be glad to review that because this is something I can actually listen
Brandy Leo. What the fuck am I thinking?
to.
Anyway,
Leo.
Brittany Leo. Her song is called Adore. I knew the name of the song.
Yeah.
Her song is called Adore. Adore is one of them songs that just hit home. You know why it hit home? Because everybody done had that one fucking person that they just would do the world for, and the person just didn't understand that. And they don't realize it until it's too late, until you gone now. And they realize it. But it's like she talking to this person who that she just got all these feelings in the world for on the song, right?
Uh-huh.
And this person just don't realize that she laying right next to the motherfucker. And
I feel
he
like
don't.
this is a song that'll be in one of them love movies where they coming back. This is when they gonna come back together. Like
This song it sounds like more of a breakup song to me.
no, I feel like they'll play this. Like this is just the song, the feeling of the song.
This shit fire, bro.
That's it. You like
But
that
hold
shit?
on. I'm gonna throw some similarity to this song out.
Right.
You hear the first, like when she initially coming in, her first verse.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, don't it sound like crush a bit, little bit?
I don't know. I ain't trying to.
I'm not saying that she's biting it. I'm saying that it puts me in the mind
Of the fucking
the Kid Cudi,
the-
Pursuit of Happiness,
the Kid Cudi version or the fucking.
the Cudi version.
Okay.
I like it though.
This
I'll
shit-
review
this
an
shit
album.
tough.
I like that shit because it's one of those shits. It's real life. You got that one person, she laying right next to him and he don't seem to appreciate, and then she just up and leaves. But for what, she can't bring herself to stop adoring the motherfucker yet. She can't bring herself to stop. And that's a good record right there. Adore by Brittany Leo. Not Brandy Leo. Brandy Leo is a fucking amateur porn star somewhere. Brittany Leo is Brittany Leo is a talented singer and DJ, and I think she Australian. Am I mistaken? We getting into the Australian scene. I believe that this is an Australian singer. Let me go up here and check so I don't put my foot in my fucking mouth more. Let's see. Brittany Leo, personal trainer, Adore. I don't fucking know. Yep, Australia. Right there, her location. If she ain't Australian, Twitter said she was Australian, so it must be true. Anyway, where you want to go next? We're going to bring it all the way from Australia back to home with Mr. OG Dynasty Beats.
Oh,
OG Dynasty
my
Beats.
God.
No, you talking to nigga listen last night?
Yeah, the guy the producer we were listening to in the car last night, OG Dynasty Beats. The first beat I heard by him was like one of the Future mock-up beats, right? From OG Dynasty Beats.
No, I gotta bump my shit when we talking about him.
But
I like that J. Cole, G. Herbo's on.
Hold on. G Herbo featuring J. Cole type beat 2K19 Blow Your Mind, produced by OG Dynasty. I will buy that beat. And I have never heard a tight beat that I was like, damn, that's good enough for me.
I think we should stop calling these people tight beat producers.
Like
That shit, the
producer,
tight
like-
beat shit, make it kind of to me. It make it kind of sound like you putting them down because you putting, that's just a tight beat. No, that fucking beat, that Blow Your Mind beat. I think we gonna link that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna just link his whole YouTube channel.
Yeah, let's link
His whole
shit.
YouTube channel. That right there is letting the world know, along with other artists like motherfucking City Pyramids, Flapjack, William Prize, is letting the world know that Fayetteville got more than just J. Cole.
Yeah.
So y'all niggas really need to be listening up for artists like this, for artists like them that we reviewed last week. with the City Pyramids compilation album, and now OG Dynasty Beats. Man, that shit. When somebody is good with the fucking samples, my nigga, that's automatic. That's automatic for me when somebody is good with the samples, because as I always say on this motherfucking podcast, and I'm going to continue to say it, my favorite two artists or groups or whatever you want to call it are Wu-Tang Clan and Tribe Called Quest, two sampling ass fucking groups, my nigga. One of them sampled jazz more, the other one sampled like soul more. Wu-Tang Clan is like one of the soul samples. All of that shit you done heard Kanye and all of these new niggas doing, that shit came from the two groups I just named. And when an artist is out here and he can expand, and a producer can expand his fucking horizons beyond trying to jump on the trap music bandwagon, which he got trap beats in here too, but he got a mastery of those motherfucking samples.
Yeah.
My nigga, and let alone on this Blow Your Mind joint, nigga, he put like 5 different bass lines on that joint. Every time the fucking hook came in, bro, and after the hook came, after the verse portion of the track came back, nigga had a new bass line on there for your ass. Nigga is just sick with it.
He is sick with it.
Again,
I fucks with that.
That's I'm listening to that shit right now.
I'm listening to it too.
That's OG Dynasty Beats for you. Let's go to the next artist, man. Ned Log.
Ned Log.
That's how it's pronounced too. I made sure that was how it's pronounced. Even though I didn't make sure that I knew Brittany Leo's real name. I called her Brandy Leo like a fucking idiot. Ned Log.
Ned Log Media, no title?
No title.
No title.
Ned Log is the group. They didn't even title this song, bro. You want me to tell you what this song reminded me of? You remember that song with that real erratic bass line, right?
Uh-huh.
It's got a real erratic bass line, and it goes something like, it's bigger than hip hop by Dead Prez. Nigga, hip hop by Dead Prez. That's the first thing I thought of. Not only because of the bass line, but also because of the fucking kind of subject matter, especially the hook when they were saying the revolution will be televised, or were they saying it won't be televised?
It will.
Will be televised. This time the revolution will be televised. And then they really taking that Georgia rap out of its comfort zone, right? Because they from Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Yep.
They taking that shit from out of its comfort zone and really putting a new spin on Georgia rap, the same way that like JID is, right? Yeah. That JID is. And nigga, let me get to my favorite part of this motherfucking fucking song, brother. When I was listening to the last verse and the nigga said 86 cutlass, but it's still out your budget. You can look, take pics, but don't motherfucking touch it. That shit was hard as fuck, nigga.
Nah, one of my favorite joints of what he said. He was like, you can get rocked like Green Day. I was like, oh.
Nigga said 86 cutlass, but it's still out your budget. You can look, take pics, but don't motherfucking touch it. My nigga. Niggas don't understand the southern car culture, though.
Nah,
they don't understand that you come down here and the motherfucker might clean up anything. Nigga, I seen a nigga riding down the street in the RPD police car the other day. I seen a nigga riding down the street in the RPD police car. I done start slowing down and shit. I was like, nigga, you need to change your paint job. But let's get back to it, nigga. Like, this is another one of those instances in which I'm sitting back listening to the artist, thinking like, how are these niggas not famous?
Yeah, like
they might be famous locally, but how are they not somebody that's being put in preferred playlists and shit? Like, I'm listening to motherfuckers with true talent spit lyrics, right?
Uh-huh.
I just quoted this shit. I listened to this shit on the way here 3 hours ago. I listened to it maybe 2 weeks ago when we first found it on SoundCloud, maybe like 5 or 10 times. I knew he was gonna talk about it.
Uh-huh.
But that fucking line about the cutlass stuck with me through all of that. All of that, my nigga. Because these is dudes with talent. I think I think they got an album. I know they got new tracks that have come out. Because the newest on their Twitter, they got a track pinned that's much newer than the No Title one.
Uh-huh.
I think we might have to do a whole album review on them. We haven't done an album review on a major label record in a while. We did 2 Chainz. But I use that whole review to shit on Chance the Rapper. Because
I don't like Chance the Rapper.
hey, you see what I'm saying?
All right.
Let's not start that. We in the independent spotlight. Let's save it until
All right.
after. All right.
I don't like it.
you wanna fit one more artist in,
I think we should.
or do you
Cut
wanna save some?
I want to save some for
All right.
next
So
week.
this week, our independent spotlight, Brittany Leo with her song "Adore." It's great, even though I fucked up her name 4 times. OG Dynasty Beats representing Fayetteville, North Carolina to the fucking fullest. We're gonna have the link to his whole YouTube channel in there, just in case some artists out there want to contact him for business. And we got Nedlog. Nedlog them niggas, you just a homie. Yeah. With their song No Title. But I think that an album review is going to be coming on them soon.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the independent albums is better than these shitty ass fucking major label albums that we putting out. All right, nigga, before we wrap it up today, y'all niggas have y'all Chance the Rapper debate.
Why don't you think Chance the Rapper is good? That's all. Just if you can tell me, if you convince me on why I should think this man's music is bad.
I just feel like his music's ass. Like I just
But
don't.
why? Like you just telling me it's ass.
I just
why
don't like the
is it
sound
ass?
of it, bro. I just don't like the sound of it. Like,
He's right.
yeah, I just don't like the sound of his music. Like, it don't sound good to me.
Bruh. I don't know. I'm sick of the fucking Chance the Rapper slander. Am I like the only Chance the Rapper fan around? Like, what the fuck?
I believe
Like,
so.
Cause I fucks with Chance the Rapper. I feel like his music is good. Like,
Nah.
the nigga, I have honestly never really heard a bad Chance the Rapper song.
Bro, you crazy. Even the shit that niggas think is his best album and got dog shit on it, that coloring book shit.
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't.
you just want to ride. That shit garbage. All night I be thinking that, that shit trash.
I don't think Chance the Rapper is bad, Ryan. This is coming from 2013 when I first heard
That
acid
whack
rap.
ass acid rap, cigarettes on
acid
cigarette.
rap
My
was
mama
fucking
think I
fire.
The
stink.
only okay song he had was a song with Lil Wayne.
That
Look,
shit with
you
Lil
don't
Wayne and
want
2
no
Chainz.
problem,
Yeah,
want no
that's-
problem with me.
That's my same opinion. I like that one,
Yeah, I
and
like that one.
I kind of like the one with Jay Electronica, but really only because of Jay Electronica, but not because of Chance the Rapper. I think that Chance the Rapper get on songs and they just instantly turn bad, my nigga. Like I be like, you was talking about, man, Chance. They took all those Chance shits off of Life of Pablo. Good, because Life of Pablo would have been fucking worse if it was that shit was on it. Nigga, that Chance the Rapper shit, like I said, I always say this motherfucker is some nigga who came into this shit thinking he was already on top of the culture. He think that he the best fucking thing that ever stepped into rap. He think he's God's gift to fucking rap. Nigga said, I am the culture. That was his fucking quote. Nigga, how? I am the culture talking to Joe Budden. Somebody who will get on the microphone and fucking smoke you, my nigga. I don't care. Joe Budden's rap career is the butt of a bunch of jokes sometimes, but that nigga will smoke Chance the Rapper. Period.
He said, period.
Joe Budden is more famous as a podcaster and a fucking shit talker on internet shows and a loving hip hop proposer than he is for his fucking music, except Pump It Up. But he will smoke Chance the Rapper, my
All
nigga.
right. When this Chance the Rapper album comes out, I'm gonna give it an honest listen.
Does this idiot got an album?
He got an album coming out. It's coming soon.
I'll listen to it, and if it's good, I'll say it's good.
I say it's good,
But nigga, if that shit is not good, I'm gonna come upon this microphone and I'm gonna rain down fire and brimstone, the likes of which will make fucking Satan blush upon that nigga's head, nigga. That's what the fuck is gonna happen to him.
That nigga said, I will bring down fire and brimstone and lights to make Satan blush.
Nigga, I will fucking destroy him if that album is trash. But I will go in it with no bias, my nigga. You gotta remember, I'm the type of nigga who used to think 2 Chainz was garbage.
Nah, I don't know how you think that.
I used to think 2 Chainz was garbage, nigga. I didn't like 2 Chainz early like True Religion mixtapes and shit.
That way was Titty Boy.
Right when around the time he was transitioning from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz. Like when he was the mixtape where he was standing in front of the urinal with the True Religion jeans on before they became $50 a pair.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Now you can buy True Religion jeans there and there at Walmart. Nigga, but them shits used to be like $800 or $900 a pair. They used to be a badge of honor to be able to afford them shits. So I'm not a person that's opposed to changing my opinion.
What's your love, bro?
Nigga, this is how I'm not opposed to changing my opinion. I used to hate Kanye. Nigga, I hated College Dropout when it came out. I used to argue every day in school. Motherfuckers was like, do you hear what he be saying? That's what somebody said to me. We was at the bowling alley for bowling class, and this girl said, you don't like Kanye? Do you hear what that nigga be saying? I said, yeah, I hear what he be saying. That's why I don't fucking like it. That was my fucking reply. And now Kanye is one of my favorite artists ever, no matter what you might have heard on this podcast.
Yeah, that is true.
He one of my favorite artists ever. So if Chance the Rapper, if the music can change my opinion, you can color my opinion changed. But for right now, the music is piss. It's an iceberg made of piss. A fucking pissberg. You got anything else to say today?
No. And if I do...
Fuck it. We out.
Oh shit, you ain't stop it.
Oh shit. I don't know what I'm doing. It's because of that goddamn phone.